peace, love, light. Let's get into this conversation. Now, when it comes down to dealing with the internet, you will see a lot of people pretending to be, this little smart guy. And they try to be this, they try to be that, this and the other. Okay, well, there's nothing wrong with that. But sometimes when you get people that come on the internet, will sit there and criticize somebody else for the job that they not doing. So you can't sit around and criticize anybody else if you're not doing nothing. If you sitting around just sitting there like on your ass with a microphone and not doing nothing, but you will sit there and complain about mind control. You complain about the program system. You complain about, the weather, the government, the president. All of these things that you will sit around and complain about, but you, that same guy, would not do nothing about the problem. Now, let me make this clear. There's nothing wrong with listening to people that make broadcasts. There's nothing wrong with that. I had no problem against that. But if you see like the same person making the same broadcast about the same things about my program system, so you just had to ask that person, like, what are they doing to put themselves out there on the front line, and to sit there, they're going to put their life on the line with talking to like NASA people, military people who created HARP. Now you got some new laser device out now that can set fire like they did in California. Like, all of these new technology was created to destroy people. My program was to destroy the person's mind. Program system were to destroy people's mind, entertainment, anything. So, so that's what you gotta like look at sometimes. And this is what I see is what's wrong with this whole entire world. People are too damn judgmental. They would judge you on anything. People are so criticizing. People are so judging, so criticizing that, they would tell you like things that they not doing. They see people making videos. They see people making videos about chemtrail. They see people making videos about HARP, weather modification, weather manipulation. They see all of these things on the internet. So the question that I have to ask, like, such individual, you got to say, what's next? They see that. They laughing at the people. They sitting back, eating their popcorn and say, look at these helpless, wimpless people. They say, look at these helpless people. It's a game to them. This whole entire system is a game. And this image you see right here, he's part of the game. Bill Gates. Now, this whole entire world think Bill Gates is he's a genius. They think he's a whiz kid. They think he's so smart. Oh, Bill Gates, he's so intelligent. But when I look at this guy as being the biggest damn devil in this world. He's like the biggest demon in this world. When it comes down to vaccine, then for the life of me, I cannot tell people that don't take vaccine, don't take any kind of vaccination. But sometimes you gotta let people drown in their own bloodbath. because some people would not listen. Excuse me. Especially if he sat there and tell you that right in his damn speech. He told you that in his speech. He was saying that, okay, if we could get this up there, we could, eliminate a lot of people. We can reduce the population with this this population reduction system. He tell you that right in his speech. But, some people that would look at his speech and take it for granted. And they think that it's some kind of damn joke. But it's not a joke. And one thing about this guy right here, he stays in Africa. He stays in Africa and he stays in India. Those like the main places he stays. In India and especially in Africa. He makes sure that those vaccinations, he makes sure that it's going to get to India, and he especially makes sure that it's going to get to Africa. And people do not look towards that. They don't understand that. So it's nothing else that I can tell you about this guy. I could actually do a 2-hour video of this guy right here, of Bill Gates, but I'm not gonna do that today. But it's definitely, this guy is so damn evil, and it just don't make no sense, not whatsoever. Yeah, you gotta agree. You gotta agree that this society of people are brain dead. They don't wake up to certain things, because certain things will make you brain dead when it come down to religious cult leaders and these other organizations, religious organizations, even down with people that call themselves want to be racist, or if you just call yourself a white supremacy, part of the KKK, that right there just something that keep your mind and your brain just on that dead mode, because you feed into that. Black people, I would say melanated people, they let that put fear in their heart. When people say white supremacy, KKK, it's like black people, melanated people, it's so much fear when they say that. So they do that to put fear in a lot of people's heart, because, see, it's just like this greed thing, where they want an entire country to themselves. But when you look at it, this country do not belong to them either. But you cannot tell people that, cause if you try to tell people that, face to face, it's gonna turn to a big argument, and it's gonna turn to a big fight. But other things, people are brain dead. Like I said, with religious organization, cult leader, people like to be some part of a group. And I was supposed to say a lot of the darker view, pigment people, melanated people, black people, they love to be part of religion. They love to be part of organization, but that had not moved black people anywhere. Excuse me. So, for me coming up, I never been part of religious organization. I always been that person that lead that stuff to the side, because it will keep you brain dead, religious. Even CNN, news media outlet, and all of these other things that keep people brain dead. Just like when they say it on the news about terrorist attack, everybody just get excited. Now, you don't know where it's real. You don't know what's a false flag. And you just don't know. But 9 times out of 10, it's going to be false flag. But a lot of people don't know that. And people get overexcited when they see stuff like that. So that's why I say, you all going to see brain dead people of your surrounding. that would not get certain things out here. And that is straight facts. But like I say, with this, everybody has to suffer in their own bloodbath. So I'm going to leave that at that. Yeah. This sometimes the expression that I have on my face, this little Ike Turner image. And, like most of my days be pleasant. Most of my days are pretty good. But, like every once in a while that, you just get in your moment when you see people not doing things that they're supposed to do. People not doing things right. People just moving backward. And that's what I see sometimes when I get up sometimes. When I get up out of bed, when I go out in this world, I say, is it like my mind moving so fast, or is it like everybody's just really slow? And it seems like that sometimes. It's like your mind be on that rabbit mode, and you are aware of a lot of things that are going on in this world, but you see other people, they don't catch on to certain things. People are so much into their social media, they concentrate on drama. They concentrate on what man is banging this other woman, what woman, who she banging. They concentrate on who got in the fight at the club. That's what people concentrate on, but they don't really concentrate on real reality things in life and what's really going on in this world. For the my program and program system out here in this world and out here in the society. And that's what you try to say sometimes. Sometimes you just be in your moment. You just say, F the world. If enough people not with you with this, you just say F the world. Cause see, you think about it sometimes. I know people like to come on internet. They like to talk about, Illuminati. They might say, Beyonce, blah, blah, blah. Beyonce, she's part of the Illuminati. JAZZI, he part of the Illuminati. P. Diddy, he part of the Illuminati. Baby, he part of the Illuminati. People just go on and on about people in Illuminati. Stars of Illuminati. Singer, rapper, R&B singer, rock and roll singer. They say all the people are part of Illuminati. And we already know that they run this entire world. But that's what they look at people. They look at people being weak. They look at people just being garbage. So if they look at people being weak and people just being garbage, and of course they're gonna do what they want. Of course they can fly planes over your head with chemtrails, and nobody don't say nothing about it. People say something about it on the internet, but they don't really go out there in this real world and actually say something about it. They don't, complain to the government, which I know they won't do nothing. They won't write to the president, which I know he won't do nothing. But these some of the stuff that people not really doing. So of course it's gonna keep on being, chemtrails. It's gonna keep on being, this HARP thing that harvests the energy out of the weather. It's gonna always be, these Illuminati. They gonna keep doing what they doing because they see weak people out here in the society are not standing up. I mean, not with just this broadcast. I mean, we can make broadcasts, podcasts, and we can make videos all day, but a lot of times that doesn't get moved out here in this world and out here in the society. And that is a fact. But, you have some people that will try to argue down about that too. But it take real action if you're going to move forward out here in this world. And that is what it is. Yep, that's what people live off of these days. Facebook. They Facebook, Instagram, social media. That's what people live off right now. And it definitely is the new communication. We don't have that old-fashioned communication. Not like we did like back in the 80s and the 90s. And those of you that, those 77, 76 babies, those 80 babies, you know what I'm talking about when I talk about old-fashioned communication. When we had like the plug-up phone we used to have, like plug to your wall. I think it got to like certain part of the 80s, we have like the beepers. So if somebody got in contact with you, you will see they number on the beeper. Then you had to go to a payphone service and get in contact with that person. Because see, it wasn't like a whole bunch of cell phones back then, You see people have cell phones, but they were like those big jumbo phones, and they cost so much that people couldn't really hardly afford them. So, but this generation now, this Facebook, Instagram, it totally really like changed people communication. People don't communicate the same. People think they more than they really are. Like with people I grew up with, most of them, they were like quiet boys, quiet girls. They didn't do nothing but do homework, go to church, and they were back in the house. They were never out in public like that. But now, this social media, it made people think more than they really are. Now, social media could be good, then it can also be bad. But a lot of times what I see on there, I just see just drama, people going back and forth with argument, just a lot of nonsense, a lot of silly shit that be on there. It's okay, you can have like social media for your business, broadcast your business, promote your business, anything of that nature. Catch up with high school people, like people you went to school with, people that you haven't saw for a long time. It's good for that. But like drama and bullshit, BS, all the other nonsense, it's just uncalled for. And make people think they more than they really are. Some people would just sit there, just take pictures all day. But welcome to this new generation of social media. This just a little help tip right here about just some of the help tip right here. I'm not gonna go further into that. You can see like apple cider vinegar is thin, help thin congested mucus, powerful antibiotics, drink water regularly. And there's just some I just like throw it in there in this slideshow. Excuse me. Now I could say 2017, it was a rough year. I won't say that it was a good year, because we have like the most storms. Didn't really have that much sunlight in the summer. And you can see this right here. This that cloud seeding device. And so it was like the terrible year, man. I could say 2017. Hurricane Irma, Maria, Harvey. All of these hurricanes, wiped out cities, wiped out these islands and everything. And, certain people, they would have like certain things to say about that. But, why would you try to ignore something like this when people have simply, lost their life? People lost like home, they lost their car, they lost everything that they work for. People have lost their life. So you cannot ignore that fact. You cannot ignore things like this. You cannot ignore that people that will sit there and mess with the weather and sit there and harvest the energy out of the weather. So you cannot ignore that. And some people think that, when it comes down to dealing with the weather modifications, the weather manipulation, they simply think you have to ignore that, but you cannot ignore this fact right here because people have lost their life. Family members have lost life. They lost homes. They done away with Houston, Florida, a lot of the Caribbean islands, and that's what they done. So you cannot ignore that. No matter what people say, and you really have to really think about this. And think about people's life and the way people live. And you gotta think about people that lost family members in their life and think about how they feel. So that's what I think. I can never be no heartless bastard and not think about the people who lost people in their family. Or like people, they lost people in their family, lost people, life was lost. People, family member, their life was lost. So you cannot ignore that. But some people, they would sit there, they would brush that off, and which don't really make no damn sense to ignore things like this. Maybe someday we will get back to a beautiful world like this. As you can see, nice sky, blue sky, nice feel. Hopefully we can get back like that one day, but it's going to take a lot of action and it's going to take a lot of work. And if we don't do action, if we don't do work, then, everybody's going to be doomed, but you can't give up on nothing. So don't ever think that people sit around and just giving up. People not giving up. But I do say you don't really see much action of what people doing to start certain things. People not doing much action to stop GMO. People not doing action to stop chemtrail. It's like that things that people not really doing. But they will sit there and say it. They'll say it on a microphone. They'll say it in their broadcast, their podcast. But like I said, once again, you got to ask the people, what are they really actually doing? That's what you have to say. But anyway, I'm glad all of you had joined me. I will probably do a part 2 of this. Definitely going to do a little flat earth. I'm not going to start no flat earth what people like to talk about, but it's going to be, like flat earth, different communities across America and in this world. And, basically, I just want to talk about things that some other people may not talk about. So this was all about. But anyway, with that, I'm going to say peace, love, light, be blessed. I'm out.